Hello, we're back in the porch with two donations. I just sold my uncle the 2002 Henry Freys work and he gave me these, a DC08 Animal. And this Sainsbury's thing, we'll start with this. It's actually just a year old. I looked at the plug, it said 2015. No idea if either of them work. This means switch feels fine. It's fairly new. Let's have a look under here. Oh. There you go then. That's nice and chocked full. Yeah, I dislodged it. It's got hair on it. My uncle was given both of these. He said he was given this one quite recently, and then he was given this like 2 years ago, and it sat in his shed not getting used. And you can tell because it's covered in sawdust. But this looks very modern. The tube seems to work okay. Don't know if it runs. The filter has a slight bit of sawdust on the backside. That'll be again from sitting in my uncle's shed. Don't the video went a bit topsy-turvy there. But you see that there's practically nothing on that big sponge. Let's just fish this sawdust out. Very little carbon in there. So it hopefully runs. Not that I'm too bothered. I mean, this looks fairly new. Bit scuffed. But, oh, I've lost the filter cover. Oh, there it is. Now, what I have noticed is I did have a very quick look at this one. And I first looked at the filter. I'm not sure if there's supposed to be one here. That's not too dusty. And we look at this very Vax looking filter. The whole thing just screams Vax at me. If we move this, nice and lodged full. So I'm hoping this is just a case of a dirty filter. It's not too bad in there. I suppose we can run it in this video. And then we can kind of fix it just by visiting the bin and tapping the filter out. But I'll do these when I've got time, so I'm going to have to pause it. Excuse the manky porch step. No small tools for this, but it looks a standard 35mm. So maybe just I've got a Vax tools from a Power 6 that I used to have. Maybe if I sell this, plonk those with it. I know they're grey, but who cares? I suppose we'll run it before we empty it and fix it, because I think that'll be all that's wrong with it. Let's plonk it out on the step. It's tiny, this thing, absolutely tiny. That sounds like it's switched on. So I'm going to plonk these down for a second, and we'll plug it in and just see what happens. I've probably gone quite quiet, you're on the floor. So on we go. Well, I was right there, wasn't I? Let's just switch that off. It smells of dog. But it just sounds a bit blocked. And of course it will be blocked. There is virtually no suction on there. It seems to run under there. So let me just go and empty it and whack the filter out. So I've emptied it. I did bash the filter out, but there's still billions of fine dust coming out, so DC44, again, we'll pause. Right, so it's quite good after a quick vacuum off. Not much coming out. Vax use that same filter, just a bit bigger in some of the Power and Vax Air models. So again, it just screams Vax at me, this little vacuum. But after that, oops, I may have just sucked up half my garden. Because this is just from the garden, I can just empty it there. Well, it's not really a garden, it's a driveway, isn't it? Right. I have to say it's not great, but it is only 700 watts, but maybe after a proper clean, it'll be fine. But it's got that cheap new motor smell, so that's a good sign. Cable reel seems okay. I know I've got it all kicked up. Oh, there you go. It's perfect. Yep. So let's just see if it's kicked out anything else since switching it on. Yeah, a wee bit fluff, but that'll be okay because just I'll strip it anyway, and after I've cleaned it all out, it'll not be blowing anything else out. Right, so there you go. So that's that, and maybe we can do something with that. But for the more exciting of the two, which probably needs a bit more complex repairing. So my uncle's got given this, he was intending to use it for work, he does a lot of odd jobs and plaster and everything. But I just sold him a Henry because he heard Dysons were rubbish at plaster. So as these two tools and this forehead. Now when I was describing what he was telling me at the time, oh, I got a Dyson the other day, 2 years ago. Oh, what is it, blah 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 blah. And I showed him a DC-05 Motorhead and he said that's it. But it's obviously not a DC-05 Motorhead, but he says I can hardly speak, I'm out of breath. Sorry. He said he had seen the bigger head in his shed or something. So he says if he finds it, he'll run it along. These tools look fairly mint. No crevice tool. I did have one, gave it to Tom Vacuum. Oh, that's got a bit of hair in it. It's not my cousin's or my auntie's hair, I can tell you that. It's a massive design that you can switch on and off. It's also got an adapter in it. Like, if I just put this down, oh, there you go, to fit it on the end of the tube, which I'm not 100% sure why they didn't just tailor-make one for it. Right, it was quite difficult to store away it wasn't stored away when I got it, but the hose is quite stiff. The tube, oh, there you go. There you go, it's quite mint. Now, it's not mould on this, it's just dirt. Let's check. I only had a quick glance at the post filter. Feeling this switch though, I think it has DC-08 switch syndrome in the sense that it's done. Oh, that's not too bad. Hopefully that'll wash up okay. Again, we'll give it a quick vacuum off before we do test it. Oh, there's dust pouring out of that. Right, that's filthy. But, of course, after a quick vacuum off, it'll be fine to test it. Oh dear, we seem to have gone out of focus. Now, I'm just hoping that it doesn't need a motor or anything. I can't get this off. Pause first. Yay, lots of grit. I think that's dead. But, we'll grab DC-44. I'll have to give this a dust off before I take it inside. My mum will go mental at me when I split this down over the rug in the living room. I've cleaned that up a bit, doesn't have to be that good. It's filthy as, but we'll give this a quick vacuum off. I'll pause just so you don't have to endure me vacuuming it. Well, this filter is slightly damp, which is a bit of a shame because it means we can't test this with a filter in. However, we might be able to just do it quickly without a filter in. Actually, we'll save this for a separate video when we test this, but that's dead. Got bits of filth in it. But yeah, that should come up quite nice. I noticed the bin is fairly clear already. So after a good clean and my special secret bin cleaning method, should be okay, but I think these are going to have to be dumped in the garage. I've got loads to do just now and I can't have these kicking about. So, but when I have more time, I'll be sure to do them. But yeah, these are nice little projects. That's all 20 quid tops, maybe 25 if it looks especially new when it's done. That, I don't know if I will sell it. If he finds the big turbo head, then I have a chance of selling it. But of course, he doesn't know where that is at the moment. But he says he's seen it around, so hopefully he will run into it. What I'll do is off camera I'll test the DC-04, no, it's not an 04, it's an 08, without a filter in, see if it runs. I think it's the switch though. so it might not run, and then I'll post in the description what's up with it. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.